Dogs in the Guild Pact, Season 1, Episode 4.
I am Ian, the referee, and to my left we have X playing Y.
I'm Kevin, playing Flinch the Kinslayer of the Golgori Swarm.
Peter as Aegis from the Boros Legion and House Dimir.
Devin as Kuro Kegamaro of the Orzhov Syndicate.
And Nicole is Gateau of the Cult of Rakdos.
What's the date, Devin?
Oh, we're in June 2019.
Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna pick up right off the heels of last session. You guys are coming out of the cave you were in, basically.
We want to go check out the worm part, though.
Okay, you are gonna go.
Yeah, because, I mean, their ghost might actually be there. I don't know.
Fair.
We don't
fair.
actually know if this guy was killing people. We just know he attacked us.
That's true. That is true. You guys never actually solved the
And
mystery.
there were rooms that we're looking at as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a little...
So, okay, so you guys are basically standing around a beaten and bloodied guy who you have repeatedly beaten and healed and beaten and healed, beaten and healed.
I didn't say that I was kept doing it. I just stepped on his hand once.
Okay. We
Not
won't
that.
say you've done it multiple times,
The
but
implication's there. That's all we need.
the implication... Anyway, yeah, so you're in what looks to be a operating room with a few doors on all the sides.
We should put him to sleep. Like, not like a pet, but like tuck him into bed with like ether. Chloroform, not ether as in, the magic substance.
Not a ether, the
Yeah.
magic substance, but ether, the chloroform.
We should knock him the fuck out and tie him up so we don't have to drag him around with us.
Oh, he's pretty knocked out right now, but
Tie him up. And the thing on the table's already tied up and I assume healed at this point.
Stable.
Yeah, stabilize it. I mean, hell, if it's all those people, maybe all their souls are jammed inside. I don't know how souls work.
That sounds horrifying.
Well,
It does sound horrifying, especially because all their deaths will be gathered together now, so they're gonna have to be one person that deals with all the death.
it will be a consolidated depth though, and those are good.
is it?
My character just looks at you blankly like she doesn't understand money.
Uh,
Because I don't understand money.
well, either we'll be able to separate those into pieces and then put those pieces back together and figure something out, or maybe it'll be some sort of anchor point for all the ghosts. So many ghosts.
Or maybe it's a new person.
Maybe.
So, are we checking out these rooms or going to the worms first?
Well,
Worm?
we're already here. Might as well check the rooms. I don't think the worm was gonna sneak away and go hide. So,
Sounds like it's still enjoying a meal.
yeah.
Yeah, going into the rooms, you see the first door you open, you just see cages along the wall of like weird mutated creatures. Looks like he's been at his experiments for a while.
When you say creatures, do you mean like people-y creatures or like dog creatures?
Some of them are dog-like, some of them are people-like, some of them he has in like fish tanks.
Okay, no, he's actually a villain. Like,
I mean,
he's not just finding body parts and being like, wee!
I mean, he might be. I don't know what it's trying to the verm, but he's hey, we've got some good cages. Toss the guy in, lock him up. There,
It's fair.
one problem solved.
Yeah, so it's just a room full of cages of different weird
Chimeras.
Yeah, chimeras.
Can any of you
That's the word I
speak?
was looking for. Nothing
None of them.
speaks, yeah.
Do any of them respond back with weird noises?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's good.
You open the door to another room, and it's just lined with like books and notes and all sorts of research. It's got like diagrams of humanoids and beasts and how he's sewn things together, and it's like co-referenced. This guy was clearly crazy, but it's really well organized in here as far as it's like co-reference to each cage and what all the body parts are. Like, he
Here.
was researching.
We have all the blueprints to put them back together.
Also, this will say for sure if it's those people too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking through it, you see two of the names have been dissected, and the others, a few of them have had, it says parts harvested, but it doesn't say full dissection.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
So two of the names on the list have said dissected, and then 4 of the names have because there were 6 people missing. 4 of the names said parts harvested, but not dissected.
Oh, they're probably the parts in another room. As I look at all of the body parts.
Yeah, you go into it. There's another room, and it's just parts are in like a either frozen or jellied or in like a stabilized kind of form, and it's just shelves and rows of body parts of all different beasts. And then opening the door to the back, you see there are 4 people there. It's the four of the 6 missing people are there. Some of them are missing like an arm. Some of them are missing both legs. Some of them are missing all their limbs. One's looks like they're missing like part of their face and head or something.
But they're alive.
They are alive. And they're all like tied up and gagged and stuff. But yeah, the 4 of them are alive.
Man, he was a shitty liar.
Yeah. You should heal them, right?
Aegis.
Aegis.
Well, I think it'll take more than just healing. It'll take probably putting their parts back together.
What if we take this guy's arms and legs and attach them eye for an eye?
I mean, it seems that they'll need some clinical help. And yeah. This will be a longer operation to fix all of them together. And probably not our problem, because we found our people. I mean, we're police people, not...
I mean, they are stable right now, technically. So, if you want to go into a medical conflict, you can.
My
But
healing magic is at D4.
Do you think they'll give us, a bonus if we help them?
We paid salary.
Good point. Half-ass everything. We have tenor.
We have tenor.
Tenure.
Tenure?
Tenor is like a type of singing voice. I don't know if it's the high or the low type, but
Or tenors, $10.
Might have both or all 3.
So yeah, these people are fucked. We should get them out of here and shit.
Yep.
Maybe get rid of that worm. I mean, we're not being paid to do it, but I mean, there's
Well,
a giant
Solve
worm.
the case.
There's a giant worm.
The
It's eating
case
people.
And they haven't paid
is
us.
solved.
But there's a giant. Okay, whatever.
There are people who do that.
Well, to serve and protect.
I guess we'll tell them, and then they can send people to kill the worm.
Yeah,
We go on to the next case.
We're giving other people work.
Well, there might be more evidence about who did this more around the
Bring
worm.
him.
I mean, it was him. It was clearly him. Like they're tied up and like gagged and shit right here in front
Maybe
of
he
us.
rescued them and then decided to harvest
I
them.
mean, they can
No.
kill us. Their tongues aren't missing.
But
So,
also, like,
we're just gonna bring all these people to our base.
yeah, no, that's fair. Are you taking any of his notes or
Oh,
anything?
yeah, we'll take
Are
all
we
this
bringing them
shit.
to the base or bringing them to the
Orzhov.
church that owns
I'm bringing them to our office.
You're not bringing
One
them
of
to
my bosses.
the
One of
Orzhov?
my bosses.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
you have multiple bosses.
I'm sorry, did I fucking stutter?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
even if we bring them to our place, it doesn't mean that, they won't be returned back to their rightful
No,
owners.
but
I don't care either way.
You were told by Father Nodin to bring them.
Father Noon's not my fucking boss.
I'm just saying he is technically higher than you on the Orzhov.
I don't give a shit about the Orzhov.
Just saying.
But you're part of the Orzhov.
If you cared,
I don't give a fuck.
no, that's fair. That's
That's the
fair.
reason I slapped him in the mouth.
That's valid. That's valid.
I go to my actual boss.
Okay.
With the evidence and the witnesses
with
and
the
the,
notes,
victims
yep.
and the perp.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll be like, took an hour, case closed.
Yeah. So.
I don't slap him in the mouth. Alright? Like, just slap him in the mouth. Perps.
You're
victims.
Slap in the trunk, because he's an elephant.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, perps, victims, witnesses, evidence, case closed.
Yeah, you take him to the sergeant, and he collects all the information and everybody, and
Here's a report, sir.
passes it.
Yeah. I was like in front of him. I just like, like big dramatic sign at the end and give him the paperwork.
He takes the paperwork from you. Good work out there. Well done.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, incredible. I can't believe that he did all this. This goes back years. It looks like he's been...
It looks like we can close every unsolved murder in the precinct.
Kind of just stares at you, like, not sure if you'd, like, actually believe that or not.
Pack it in.
I mean, we
Just-
probably did solve so many cold
We can close
cases.
every open cold case we currently have on file.
He's just staring at you, flipping through the paper, like...
What? It's a freebie to get our success rate.
Okay, he just closes
I mean-
it and just kind of nods and starts
Yeah,
walking away.
scapegoat.
Also,
Yeah,
giant
well-
worm. Probably want to get some exterminators in there.
Like Chicago PD does that in
we
real
will
life. Come
still
on.
accrue.
I mean, probably the Orzo
Sending.
wants to, because it's on their turf. It's not our problem.
They should probably pay us.
That too.
Yeah.
Sergeant kind of like, you want me to pay you?
No.
No, we want them to pay us.
Oh,
He's like, I
Sergeant's
do pay you.
I do. You do get a paycheck. The sergeant's very confused right now. He's just said, he's like, well, I'm gonna go process this.
I think they should go to like intensive care unit to be put together and
Don't tell the boss how to handle this case.
Just takes it off and wanders off. And he turns around. Next case is on your desk.
Already?
Can we take a lunch?
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
I'm taking a lunch.
Yeah, I'll grab the case file and we'll all go to lunch.
And for that lunch, we can actually go investigate the mass person body.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not getting actual lunch.
Whoa. We're going to get jelly donuts first.
Yes.
It's a rice ball stand, but it's for jelly donuts.
no.
I got that joke.
Yeah, he did.
Nice.
It's all you can eat.
I don't think I finished all I can eat.
Like, it clearly isn't, but that's my take on any restaurant. Any restaurant's all you can eat, guys.
If you have enough money.
If you have enough will.
You just have to have determination.
Yeah. I'm already dead. 30 pancakes.
So what's the next case?
The next case.
I refuse to look at the case until we do the things other people want to do, so you can't even generate it.
Yeah, we're gonna investigate the
Whoa.
mass person.
Just, you know what? It does exist. Just even if you
finality.
don't talk about it, it
We-
does exist.
We haven't opened that quest like yet.
Exactly.
It's a Schrodinger's case. Until we look at it and acknowledge it.
So yeah, it took you guys the majority of the day to do that other thing, but yeah, you guys will still have part of the end of the day.
Well, I guess time to go to the drop-off point, because we don't have enough time to investigate the warehouse. I suppose.
Going to the drop-off point. You will just make it in time to the drop-off point if you go to the drop-off.
Yeah, we don't have enough time to investigate the warehouse.
Okay.
We can always go back later or whatever.
Okay.
We'll see what it'll be later.
It's not gonna unburn itself. It's fine.
I mean, it might. My vial unbroke itself.
Okay. You guys head to the drop-off point. When you get there, you arrive just a little bit before the appointed time. What are you guys doing? Are you
Let's be sneaky about it.
Yeah, are you sneaky? Are you just standing right there waiting? What?
We'll hide
It's-
behind light posts.
Behind a light post?
Yeah, like
Okay. So it's a city block it's dusk now. This isn't an abandoned part of the city, but it's not well used. There are people going by every now and then. Buildings around are still intact for the most part. Yeah. There's a little like coffee shop, food stand on the corner.
Well, I'm going to use my sneaky assassin training to blend in and eavesdrop on whatever it will be.
Oh shit! Right, you're a fucking assassin.
Yeah.
You're also
I'm an undercover.
You're a stealth character in this game too.
Yes, I house the mirror.
Okay, so
I'm the fun master all along.
But you're the what?
House the mirror, you know the
No,
secret.
but you're like I'm the
he's,
what
he's
master?
the funk master. Going
Okay.
back
I thought
to
you said clan master.
Oh no!
Right? I was like,
We don't have smiley faces.
the other fucking day, Mark said
Oh my god.
he was going to he went to a clan meeting, and everyone at the table just screeched to a halt like, wait, what?
Before you say it like that, he said he slurred out the word. He went to Ireland with his friend for a clown meeting. We're like, oh, that's weird. Whatever. Tell us more about this. And then he's like, no, I went for like a clan meeting, and it was like jazz music stops. Or like, tell us more about your clan meeting, Grand Dragon. And he's like, our Scottish clan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
We were all just like, wait, fucking what did you just drop on us, Mark?
Oh man.
Was that after the two
No,
story?
no. We're not talking about that on the podcast. Jesus Christ, Peter.
So, yeah. So he just sneaks off and is well hidden.
I'll do some like street magician,
Performance?
like
Yeah.
street performance type
Is it
thing to
going
be like,
busking?
yeah, like that's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I'm
busking.
here, and that's
Okay.
why these people are here. They're watching.
You start like juggling and doing weird things.
Yeah, I have illusion magic, and I'm a
Yeah.
contortionist. Whatever.
Yeah. You like.
Pull out your intestine.
I just roll over onto my side where I'm standing and pull a newspaper over me in the gutter.
Okay, so you look very homeless. And Kuro is standing behind a lamppost, or is he stuffing his face at the food stand?
Oh yeah, I'll be at the food stand if that's how we're gonna be cash. Else I'll just be hiding behind a light post waiting.
Okay.
But I'll be at the food stand just eating.
Just eating. Okay. You guys are there for a few minutes, and a large group of Gruul, just Gruul clans members come up, and they kind of walk into the square. You can see as there's 5 of them. As they walk in, people start to kind of move away and leave the square. They're looking around a little bit and kind of looking at watches and clocks and different things and looking. A few of them kind of sit down. Some of them just start kicking and like smashing some of the sidewalk just for fun. And they're just hanging out there.
No.
Looks like.
Well, that's not necessarily our target because we were looking for possible illicit goblins or whatever people were running that warehouse, and maybe some people from Water. Who
Well,
lives in
the
the
guy
water?
sold Aether to the Izzet guys, but right. They would be the ones doing the delivery. I see what you're saying. Yeah. And none of them are merfolk that we're seeing here.
No, nobody's a merfolk.
Also, how the fuck is this merfolk just walking around?
Merfolk don't necessarily have.
Okay, so he's a fish person. He's not a He's not a merman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a merman. He's a merfolk because some merfolk have legs.
Okay.
Like that's a merfolk. An MTG player. Okay.
That's good to know because it just now occurred to me.
Yeah.
I was picturing him with a tail the entire time. I'm like,
Yes.
wait
no.
a minute,
some
what?
some merfolk have like legs and like flippers and things.
Just go to the goblin, give yourself some prosthetic legs, attach them into your fins, and
This picture look like a male Ursula.
yes.
flop.
I mean, that is technically a merfolk, so not no. Yeah.
You poor, unfortunate soul.
Yeah, a few minutes pass, and you see some people come and go. A few people kind of darting around. The Gruul people are getting more and more frustrated as they're standing there, just grumpy. They're smashing the sidewalk a little bit.
I'm gonna go over to them with my my show.
Busking. Yep.
Yeah. And like be like, hey guys, no need to be frustrated or whatever. Come join in the revelry.
They look at you. They're like,
I'll like do like I don't know,
they're
gonna
some
punch
kind of
this
illusion or
illusions
something.
and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. They're like, okay. And they start like, a few of them kind of stand there and watch you instead of smashing some things. A few of them are still smashing, but yeah, you got a few of them
It's
watching
part
you.
of the fun.
Yeah, and people come and go. You see
Do they have? Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you. Like, do any of them have anything like on them that's suspicious or strange?
nothing suspicious or strange.
Okay.
No, it's
Is it like they have like a bunch of cash to pay for the stuff or whatever?
no,
Okay.
no. You see a like group of Boros soldiers march by through the square. As they start to come into view, marching closer, the Gruul members kind of move off to one side, and they don't back down, but they're definitely not trying to get in the way of this. And the soldiers go by and keep going, and Gruul members continue on whatever they're doing. Finally, one of them starts to, what looks like the leader, starts to get frustrated, and he goes, well, I guess it's not today, and stands up and starts walking away.
Every day is today. What do you mean?
And he's just walking away. The others start to follow him. Yeah, you hear noises in the sky, some screeching. It's, what is it? Pause for a sec.
And we're back.
You hear in the sky, screeching above, is a Gloamwing, which is, for listeners, is basically a magic version of a Nazgul. It's like this weird demonic specter, dragony thing that's ridden by a dark entity.
And there's like shadows all around it.
Yeah. One of those flies by and lands on a rooftop and kind of is surveying the area pretty closely.
Okay, I guess
Which is not a common thing for you guys. Like,
That's good to know, actually.
yeah, it's not. Like, these things are normally not seen. They're used in assassinations. They're used in more secretive dealings, and they're also used mainly darker times of the night, because this is only about dusk right now, or even a little earlier, so they're not normally out this bright of a time. Yeah.
So, Kevin, would you like to follow the Gruul while I check out the Gloamwing? I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, I go up to have a closer look at that guy, and yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll start there. You go up to the Gloamwing. I assume you're gonna try and be. Are you gonna
Sneaky, yeah.
sneaky? Okay. Let's start the conflict with you and the Gloamwing then.
Cool.
Okay. So we're gonna start off with just seeing if it notices you. So it's gonna be a non-violent, non-physical.
Mind and soul. I guess we should pause while we do all the rolling.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're back.
So, as the Demir agent that he is, he just knows instinctively that these things, more times than not, are on the Demir side. Again.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that things that ride around in the shadows and what have you are pretty much, our go-to.
You have a sneaking suspicion?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly that.
Yeah. So you're going to try and sneak. So you start
Yeah.
with your sneaking up on this thing, and this thing's going to try to detect you.
Okay. Let's see what I'll throw its way. How about I throw a 7 at it by, going incorporeal with my vampiric magic, just turning into a mist, just creeping up to the.
I forgot you have
room.
vampiric magic.
Keep it
Okay.
on the down low.
Fair.
I mean, sneaky about it.
So going incorporeal, you sneak up. It's as it's standing there, like kind of watching over the square. You can see it like starting to sniff around a little bit, and it will counter your 7 with its own 7.
Yep.
As it sniffs around to kind of see if anything's out there.
Yep.
And then it will throw an 8 at you
Okay.
as it's sniffing, and it seems to have picked up some kind of a scent.
Okay. I'll count, since we're still at non-physical, non-violent, I'll
Yeah.
take a hit and counter that with my 8 on 3 dice to use my sneaky Demir training to know, okay, this is clearly a creature, so let's go downwind from it so it won't be able to pick up my scent.
Perfect.
And then I'll throw a 10 its way as I just peel my eyes out and look for some indicators that this might be House Demir or its other affiliation.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to block that. By going upwind of it, or downwind of it, sorry, not upwind. That'd be
One of
silly.
those two.
That'd be silly to go upwind of it. By going downwind of it, it can't sniff you, and you sneak up right on it. You see a small, because your house to me and you're looking for these things, you see a very small branding on the underside of its wing as it kind of moves around and looks of House Demir.
Yeah, but that's the beast. Does the guy have anything like that on him?
You don't see anything on the guy, but you do see the branding on the beast. You know these beasts are intelligent, but they are not. They cannot talk. They're not that level of intelligent. So.
Okay.
And the Gloamwing had to take a hit for that. And it failed the conflict, so. Yeah, you successfully have snuck up on it. So we'll wait for. We'll go on with your conflict because we'll wait for her to Nicole to come back.
I mean, Kevin was
Unless-
was
Do
trailing.
you two want to do anything to Are you trailing
Aren't you
the?
flying in the air?
No, are
No.
you going after the gruel on the ground, or are you talking to anybody in the area? Are you trying to do anything?
No, I'm gonna be on standby right now in
Okay.
case it gets hit.
Can your relationships and traits work against you?
No.
Okay. Because my character would be recognized by the Girl clans, actually. Because his brother is a member.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can use it to your advantage.
Yeah, you
my
can-
brother's a member of Chaos Group, therefore I know how those groups operate. I know
Fair
what they're
enough.
doing. I know
Yeah.
where they'd be going.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure, because I thought it mentioned something about relationships and stuff being usable against you.
I haven't read that far in the rules. They could be, but we are currently not playing that way.
That's fair enough.
If that makes logic.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're trailing them?
Yeah.
Would that be a conflict?
Yeah.
Then?
Although I don't know if if we want to pause maybe to see if Nicole wants to trail them too.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, we're back.
Okay, so we're gonna have Flinch and Gateau following the Gruel members as they leave, disgruntled,
Kuro following them.
and Kuro following them.
Yep.
I won't make Kuro roll because he's gonna be
I'm not really
far
in
enough
this yet.
behind that he's not going to be noticed. He would be the last person to be noticed, so it's not worth. Yeah. And Flinch is going to be following them through non-physical means, sending a ghost. You were saying? Yeah. So he gets to roll non-violent and
Non-physical.
non-physical. Yeah, mind and soul.
Okay. Alright, so I've rolled all my stuff. I also added friends on the other side, just add abilities.
Yep.
That's all added together.
Perfect. Okay.
Is Nicole should also roll something? In the meantime?
Yeah. Nicole, do you want to roll your stuff go ahead, Flinch. You can start this stealthy watching.
Okay. So I just call which 2 dice I'm using?
Yeah.
And you know that they have 11s and 12s for the 2 highest numbers. So if you roll something more than that, you have to start hitting them.
And you will be hitting all of them, by the way.
Yeah.
Because they all have to, you're trying to be undetected by all of them. So all your attacks are AoE, for lack of better words.
So it's smart to go with a high number first, or
Well, you want to add at least as much in order to get them to
Use
spend
2
2 dice. So
you-
at least 7.
At least a 7.
all right, I'll throw a 7 at them then. Sure.
Okay. So how are you following?
I'm grabbing up a beggar bowl just from one who's asleep or something like that, and I'm using that to look like a beggar.
That's fair. Okay.
So he kind of pulls like a rag over his head so he doesn't look so much like a freakish Cenobite nightmare.
That's fair. Okay.
Street rat.
And you start following them.
He's literally a
They-
rat.
That's the joke.
They will. Oops, undo that. 7 and 7. They will all counter it fairly easily.
Okay.
And they're like, some of them are walking backwards, smashing things behind them. It's not that they're on the lookout for people, but it's just there's 5 of them and they're looking in all directions, sort of thing. So it's hard to follow them without them picking up, So, yeah. Gateau, how are you following them?
I'm going to illusion myself to look very, plain. Because I have
Okay.
illusion magic.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to be following them looking like a
Just a regular person walking by?
regular person.
Okay.
Maybe, looking like I'm a little lost or something. Just regular person.
Yeah. And what are you throwing at them?
Just a moment. I'm actually still getting my dice in order.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so this is like an attack, right?
Yeah, this
Okay,
is your
I'm
attack.
the attack.
Yeah, you're attacking, but by attacking we mean you're hiding and they're actively looking. Not actively, but they're looking for you. So all 5 of them are going to have to try and counter your stealthiness.
If they can counter,
They don't find you until
Okay.
because the whole combat is trying to find you.
okay,
So they have to win the entire combat in order to find you.
okay, good.
Yeah.
In which
Unless
case,
it escalates to something different, but that would be of your choosing, not their choosing.
in which case I will. Oh wait, if I do that, then they get to keep the dice. Okay.
Flinch did just hit them, so they took a bit of a hit from that. So I don't know if you want to hit them harder or weaker.
I'm going to hit them with a 7.
Okay.
I want to make sure they'd have to at least use 2 dice.
Yeah.
each.
7, 7, and 7. Okay. So that hit them all pretty good. As I said to Flinch, as you're following them, it's not that they're actively looking for people, but again, they are.
You always look out your back.
Yeah, you're always looking out at your back. They're gruel. They're used to people attacking them. They're a violent group. They don't just wander the street blindly. And there is 5 of them kind of milling about in all directions. So I'm just gonna roll a dice here quick to see who they're gonna target. And so they're one of the gruel will point out at flinch and be like, "Hey, keep away, you dirty beggar," and just kind of like trying to shoo you away as he like throws like some rocks, like not violently, but just kind of trying to scare you off, and then just keep going. Like he didn't really notice you, but he's.
I'm gonna play stupid by pretending that I am a stupid blind rat, and I think he just threw coins at me. So he like dives on those little stones. He's like picking them up and putting them in his bowl.
Okay.
How much is he attacking with?
He was attacking with a. Oh, what did he attack? He attacked with an 11.
Ooh.
It's a good number.
Yeah.
All right. 11.
Can match it directly. 65.
Yep. There we go. Matched.
There you go.
He just plays it off as him being super harmless and stupid.
No, that's fair. Okay. Top of the order.
All right. So I'm going to have my spirits kind of wrap around these guys and kind of just whisper reassuring things, basically, kind of like all is clear, all is fine, you're okay, stuff like that. Just in that weird spirit way.
Just subtly, so they think it's like a voice in their head kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the highest they have is a 6, so I'm gonna throw together 2 4s.
So an 8. Okay. That's the card. So he will do that, so he doesn't have to take a hit.
Spending 2 6s, you mean?
He can do that. No, he used a 6 and a 3. And then he used a 6 and a 2. He had 2 4s to use. He had a 6 and a 2, and a 5 and a 3. So they all took it, and they hear the voices, and they're reassured, but you know they're still. Yeah, doesn't look like they're gonna throw any rocks again anytime soon.
So, why are you guys following these guys? Because they're suspicious. It looks like they're just kind of doing Reiki stuff.
Yeah, but when they were leaving, they're like, oh, I guess it's not today. Because no one showed up. So it's like they might have been here for the drop.
Okay, so do we want to follow them back to their base?
That's what I'm planning on doing. Like,
As I said,
but the Nazgul might be a real problem.
As I said, there was kind of 3 groups there, right? And it was your guys' choice which one to follow. There was the Nazgul, the Gruul, and the just general public. You know, was someone blending in with the general public? Was something happening there?
Okay,
And so you guys chose to follow 2 of those 3 groups.
gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so Gateau, how are you stealthily sneaking?
Because I am... Can I, like, say things without having to invoke the dice?
What do you mean?
Because I'm a contortionist, right? So
Yeah.
I want to be, like, following them in spaces that normally people wouldn't be able to get into, so that, like, they wouldn't notice.
I'm gonna say if you're gonna use that, yeah, roll. Because again, this is dice that you're gonna use for the whole conflict, and if the conflict ends, you get that dice back, right? So it's not.
Okay. I just don't know what else to say other than I keep following them as a
no,
tourist.
that's fair.
Like,
That's
You
fair.
guys need me to come in and provide distraction to them?
Like, no, really, we're doing
they're
doing
doing pretty
really
solid.
well.
Alright.
Yeah.
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 No, you can.
I'm gonna throw a... I want to eat up their little numbers.
Best way to do that is throw big numbers at them. You got a 12.
I mean, yeah, like, Flinch is currently like, on low numbers, you probably want to throw a 12 at them to shoot through them.
There we go.
Yeah, 12 will wreck them for Flinch's turn.
Yeah, I'll do that then. I'll throw a 12 at them.
So this guy, he just has enough if he uses all his dice. So you have to use 5 dice there.
5 damage. Oh!
And this guy can take it. Fine. This guy totally is oblivious, and he loses, so that's 2 to him. This guy has to use up all his dice, and
Only got a 10 even.
Yeah, he's still oblivious. This guy has to use all his dice, and he's oblivious. So 2 of the guys...
Are not completely oblivious.
Yeah, 2 of the guys are not completely oblivious. 1 of the guys is on the lookout. The other 3, the 3 of them are just like, la 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 la.
What a good day.
Yeah, they've fully subsided to the voices in their heads saying, you're fine, and are just whistling a tune as they, like, kick rocks and skip down the road.
Time for some ultra-violence.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was picturing. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the last one standing is going to throw a 9 at Gateau. And
I mean, bring it.
he's so like he starts hearing like noises as you contort yourself into cracks and weird places in the walls, and he's on edge, like kind of twitching and looking around, like because he can see his friends, his like group far too relaxed for what they normally are, and he's starting to edge around and look. Yeah, so he throws a 9 at you.
Okay, I'm going to counter with a 10.
Okay.
Wait, 6,
No.
7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm going to do that.
yeah.
I'm going to do a 9.
Yeah. Okay.
So with a 6 and a 3.
Okay, perfect. So you counter it fine. Yeah, he's just like twitching, like looking around, scared. And go ahead, flinch.
Alright, so I have a 5 and a 9 left. I have to use 2 dice, though?
Yeah, you do have to use 2 dice, but they only have 1 dice less unless they escalate, and they can't escalate because in this scenario, it's not logical for them to escalate.
They can't escalate. They don't know you're fucking there.
Yeah.
So if I run out of dice, it's fine?
Yes, it's totally fine because you still win because you raise them and they can't do anything. They can't call. They can't do anything. So you raise and you go, I win. Doesn't matter that it was your last hand and you're like, oh, thank God. You still had the best hand.
Alright, so I'll use that 9 and a 5.
Okay, and the last one standing will use up his last little dice and take a hit. Yeah, none of them know you guys are here at all. They're all just walking back to wherever they were. And yeah, you guys can follow them in peace. Don't delete your dice numbers. We're gonna flip to Aegis and the Gloomwing and its rider. As you are now stealthily there. You're sitting on top of a ledge staring at this Gloomwing and rider. As the Gloomwing, you notice, has a very small branding of... It's like an intricate symbol. It's clearly not the Dimir symbol because who the hell would brand their thing with their ultra top secret symbol? Like, come on.
You'd use some different symbols.
But yeah, it's a secretive symbol that, it says something along the lines of like property of the Boros Legion, blah, 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 blah. But like there's some misspellings in there and you know that that's the Dimir code.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah. And it's also like the Boros doesn't own these kind of creatures, so why is it you as a Dimir are like, this is a Dimir stamp.
Together, yeah. I understand the secret code, and yeah. Okay then, well, then I guess I'll just reveal myself, and like, how do I approach this? I guess, say that, oh, you don't usually see those, Gloomwings at this early in the night, like,
Flash like a hand sign or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, brandish my capital lead badge, but at the same time also draw attention to my, House Dimir,
like a little code symbol or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rider turns and looks at you and is like clearly taken aback for a second. And he goes, and he flashes like a counter sign to let you know.
Thieves can't.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. He goes, yes. How are you today?
We're fine. We're investigating some possible dealings here with some undesirables that was supposed to take place here. How about yourself?
I heard there was a drop point here.
You heard correctly, so did we.
Interesting. Yes. The house would think it's in their best interest if that item dropped off didn't make it to its destination.
Then I guess we're on the same page here.
Good, good.
Do you know who the clients are?
Who is picking it up?
Yeah.
I heard it was those Gruul members. But I don't know who's dropping it off.
Well, I do. At least who's supposed to. There is it. Daxor and Vaz from the warehouse that blew up recently. Not sure what they'll be delivering though, because of that.
Interesting. Thank you for the information. And he starts to, he's gonna leave unless...
Do you know anything of, a mermaid that wears a screaming mask? Merfolk.
I don't. But I will let you know if I hear anything.
Definitely. They seem to be the brains.
Interesting. Thank you. And he flies off.
Okay then.
So that
Finishes my conflict.
finished your conflict. Now we will go over to the Flinch and Gateau following the Gruul members.
Alright, so
Cartoon sneaking noises.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo music.
You follow them, and they lead you. It's, the outskirts of town, or a park inside of the town, because there's not really. I keep saying outskirts of town,
But
But
there's
that doesn't
all-
exist.
but
Right?
Ravnica, the outskirts of the main city where people live. It's still
the
city,
smaller town, the
and
suburbia.
the building sizes get a little smaller. They start to, some buildings are on their side and people are still living in them. They've just rebuilt
The
the building
slums.
on its side because it's fallen over. There are a few parks here and there. Some things are overgrown. There's still cities and people and stuff out there. It's just less, and they're less populated and less rich. But then there are other cities out there too. There's main roads coming and going to the capital city,
A smaller satellite town? As you
Yeah.
call it, or
or just the slums on the
District,
outskirts of a
yeah.
city, and then past those slums
Are the slums leading to the other city?
Yeah, pretty much. It's big cities connected by slums. Is the
Yeah.
best way to describe it.
yeah.
With the odd parks scattered about. And this coming up is a large park. Big trees, very few buildings in sight. It looks like this whole area, people have smashed the buildings and just ground them pretty much to dust over years and made it a park. It's not a rare sight, but it is a uncommon and odd sight. And yeah, these Gruul members all kind of sit down and start a little campfire. It looks like this is their home base. And one of them starts grumbling and he goes, "Ridiculous. We were told that we'd be meeting some goblins there, and the goblins would have new stuff for us. He promised us, and it'd be ridiculous." And they just they're all grumbling as they're starting cooking dinner.
They're so dumb, they're monologuing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Huh.
So if they were just being supplied with, I don't know, weapons, magic.
Well,
maybe
these
so.
these were mech suits that the goblins were going to be bringing. But
Yeah, it definitely looks like the mech suits, because again, you remember the mech suit was quite large. And so it looks like it would fit on these Gruul members.
sounds like it really seems like the man with the screaming face mask is trying to set up specifically the Gruul to destroy the city, because we found a bunch of gruel under the city, trying to like dig a new home, but it was specifically on the supports of the city. And also now this, where they're giving them mech suits, presumably to raid the city.
They are big and stupid enough to do that.
Yeah.
They might just be patsies. Stupid patsies.
And yeah, they said that they've been told that they would be bringing a mech thing or whatever. Like, they don't seem to... They definitely don't know what's going on. Whether or not different gruel do, we don't know, but probably not.
Yeah, chances are this might be a false lead.
Yeah, I think that Merman is setting them up, kind of thing. Like, maybe trying to invoke some kind of guild conflict. And the gruel are a really easy target for that. No one likes them and they don't really live like normal people anyways. I mean, look at me. And I'm saying this.
They're kind of trash.
Not the fun kind.
Well, we followed them, and they're not like talking in intelligent accents, and this is some big secret plan that they're doing. So
Yeah, and they don't seem to have like a base where we could get their stuff. We could leave them.
yeah,
You leave them be?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys leave them be. And they kind of go on grumbling about their day as you leave. Yeah, end of that conflict. Do you guys want to go back to the drop site? Do you want to...
Might as well. I
Yeah.
don't think we have anything to achieve here.
Okay, see if there's anyone hanging around at the drop site? Or...
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Okay. You guys...
Also,
I guess...
am I able to try to guess if someone's watching us?
Yes, you can try. Roll to...
Because they might have sent the gruel there specifically because they knew that there would be people trying
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do?
Throw two numbers.
Like
out.
two stats?
Yeah, two. Like you have a 2 5s here.
Oh,
like,
the numbers I already
Yeah,
have.
sorry. Yeah.
Spend them.
Use your numbers.
Yeah, I'll use
and
my 2 5s.
Use your 2 5s. Okay. Yeah, you look around. You can't be sure that you weren't followed because you weren't looking the whole time you were here. Can you beat a 7?
If I wipe out all my numbers, yes.
Okay. So if you want to take a hit, you can choose to do so.
Okay. Yeah, I will use my 4 2s to make an 8.
Okay. So you take a hit.
And this is non-physical, non-violent.
Yeah, this is
obviously.
non-physical, non-violent.
4. Someone's clicked on... Oh, that's Kuro. Shit.
I'll click away.
There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, you're on edge now because like you know that you were following them, but it never occurred to you that someone might be following them as well who wasn't you guys. So if you want to roll, if you have any dice to try and roll to investigate of sorts, go for it.
Well, since Gato was also following them, maybe Gato noticed something?
I'm
Should we-
Gato.
Oh, sorry,
Kuro.
Kuro. We want to bring that into conflict?
What do you mean?
If you want to join in the conflict, you can.
To
Otherwise,
see if they're being followed by the people they were following, or people who are following the people they were following.
Yes.
yes.
The latter. All right. Yeah. Sure. Let me get a lamp on here.
I'm just looking at my
Yeah, no,
stats
no,
and
that's
stuff.
fair. To see if you have anything that's relevant.
What the fuck would I use for? Well, solving problems with my conscience.
Is it solving a problem with your
I didn't
conscience?
solve it with my fists.
Yes, but it's
There's
your conscience isn't for.
Devin, that's a false dichotomy. There's no...
He doesn't
it's
know
only
that
fist
word.
and conscious.
I
I will-
don't have anything else I can add in.
Okay.
Unless I can add my body or my spirit for some reason, but I don't know why.
All right, so this is non-physical, non-violent.
This is
what are my stats
non-physical,
for that?
non-violent.
That's mind and soul.
Perfect. Mind and soul, so that's 5. And I'm going to use my relationships with Nicole to add another d6.
Okay. Sorry, Gato, since you are unable to... Yeah, you don't have any dice to add in. You looking around, you feel fairly comfortable you weren't followed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not...
I looked. I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, you looked, you
You're
checked
convinced.
around,
Yeah. I did my due diligence.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's over? I don't even jump.
No.
No, you definitely
can
still can.
choose. Yeah, because you said before the conflict ended, you chose to investigate as well.
Yeah, and you were also following us.
And you
so-
were following them, so you have justification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, pretty much everybody can end the conflict separately. Whatever it's like, oh, Nicole dropped out of the conflict, but someone else is.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5. I'll use relationship with you for 6.
If you hadn't have jumped in, whether or not there's someone there, they might have ran away.
I'm going to use the buffet
Or
thing because I've been using that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You're nice and full.
Yeah. So you were slower. That's why you could.
Yeah, you were just nomming food, watching people as they go by.
Right.
So you had a good distance to be separate from those two, but also keep an eye on them. And whoever might be following them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so... Alright, so what's happening? Is there a defense? Is there a raise? How is this all going down, dude?
You can start. You are searching. So you raise to search.
Alright, I'll throw a 1 and a 3. I'll raise 4.
Okay. Honestly, you're gonna get it.
They used all their dice on me?
Yeah, they used all their dice
I
on
don't even
her.
have a little, so I can get a consequence.
I mean, you can still escalate the conflict and confront them and then talk with them.
We'll get
sternly.
there.
You've
We'll get
been following these guys for a while, and watching them follow the gruel, you notice that there was a small creature following them.
Child.
Was the creature following us, or were they following the gruel? Did it look
Well, it looked like it was following kind of both. I mean, you guys were following the gruel, and it was staying far enough back that it could have been either or. Maybe some kind of halfling or something.
Alright, what does it look
creature.
like? What is it?
Looks like
Well, it's a small creature. It's hooded, right? Like it's in a full cloak, so you can't tell
It's
what
following...
its race is.
Who's it following right now?
Because they've all stopped. It has stopped a ways away, but it can still see. It can't hear the gruel as much.
Well,
but it
we
can
were
still-
heading back. Though.
Okay, you guys were heading back.
Yeah.
So it has turned and has started to leave, to be honest. After witnessing
leaving?
what happened and seeing you guys, seeing Gato and Flinch start to leave, it's also starting to leave. But
Is it following them? or
no,
going on its
in a
own?
different direction. Like it was clearly following one of the two groups to see how this ended, or to see something else maybe, but it is now leaving.
Okay, I guess I'll tail it.
Okay.
Oh! I only have a pager. I can't make calls from it. Oh, I know. As I'm walking away, I'm going to pick up a rock and huck it as hard as I can at Gato's head.
KO.
I have a pager.
Ow.
Ow!
Oh my gosh, open.
And I
Okay.
don't really have a response to that.
Do you see what happened? Do you see where the rock came from?
Yeah. So
Alright,
you
I'm
just-
following
you
this thing.
Threw a rock at me for no reason.
At least he didn't slap you.
Now he's wandering away.
Really long arm. just
Someone's
comes out
made
of-
their enemy list.
made
Yeah,
enemies.
okay, so you're
Taking
following
them.
this thing?
Following.
Okay, so you threw a 10. It couldn't retaliate.
I didn't throw dick. Oh no, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
threw a
did.
4.
It couldn't retaliate, which means it took a hit. I put that hit in there. I will roll for its stuff. And okay. So go ahead and you get, because you're starting this conflict of following it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and are you trying to be seen by it, or are you?
I'm trying to tail it.
You're trying to tail it sneakily? Okay. So you have a whole sneaky adventure.
What the fuck?
Oh.
It rolled well.
Well, I
Uh,
have to confront it, Devon.
so,
A pipe.
it is... you go ahead and roll your first...
I'll throw an 8 at it.
You'll throw an 8 at
4s.
it? Okay. Ooh. It's got to use a 9. And it will block. It is looking around. Like, you can't see it under the cloak, but you can tell it's moving its head, and it's clearly adept at moving through areas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to throw a 10 at you, because it doesn't need to throw an 11. Yeah, so it'll throw a 10 at you. And you can tell it's trying to pick up if it's being followed.
Okay. Well, I'll match that with 2 5s.
Okay.
Escalated to a talking.
Yeah.
All right, so he's just looking around.
Yeah, he's
And
moving slowly.
Please tell
and-
me you caught on that I threw a rock at you and you're following and you got fucking the rat involved.
Nicole.
I didn't actually know out of character that you wanted me to follow.
You didn't pick up like, okay.
I thought you wanted me to like page you later because you kept mentioning your pager.
Because I was gonna call you on my pager and be like, "Oh shit, I found the guy." But I figured throwing a rock at you and watching me skulk off into an alley would be a big enough signal.
There's a message on the rock.
I'm gonna roll a d6, and if I get evens, I noticed and I got
You
it.
figured your shit out.
If I get odds, I didn't get it.
Thank you for this juggling rock.
Actually, I'll roll.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So 1d6.
Roll.
I got a 4, so I did get it. I got it.
Oh my god.
Mildly concussed.
And some brain damage.
Right? I'll motion to flinch and like point at Kiryu and be like,
Kuro. I'm not Kazuma-Kiryu.
no, not at all.
Not at all.
Is that just how he says hi?
I don't know, but it sucked, and he wants us to follow him.
It's funny as shit.
It was pretty funny.
Alright. I guess then I will leap in front of this small thing out of the shadows with my super strength.
Leave her on the
Land in front of it, tear off my shirt.
Oh no! I hope it's not a small child.
Like I'll do that motion where like I put my back to the ball and over my shoulder, and then I'll turn and point and be like, "Hey, we need to talk."
Okay.
Stop.
Are you just going to use your...
Oh, I'm dumping dice
yeah, you
into my
can't-
deck
yeah,
now.
you're
Let
using-
me pause. All right, I'm back. Anyway, that's why I opened. Hey, we need to talk.
Okay. It's going to look at you. You see it as it's a halfling.
Gross.
And it looks... What are you throwing at it with you have to talk? Or we have to talk, I should say.
You know what? Let me see what it's got here. I'm gonna throw a 4 at it. 1 and a 3.
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting.
So that means it has to use up certain things.
Yep.
It either has to use up 3 dice or 1.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, it's already used up that and that. So it's going to roll 3 more dice now that you've encountered it.
3d10. Of being awkward.
You used a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so it will use 2 2s. And he'll go, "Oh, of course, sir. How are you?" kind of smiles at you.
I was doing the Ian thing.
What Ian thing?
Ha 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 ha, how are you? Ha.
That music playing in the background.
I'm Kuro Kagamaru of the Orzhov Syndicate and the Central Police. What are these people called?
Capital
Capital
I'm the
Elite.
Capital Elite, and you have been tailing people, and I'm gonna find out why.
The tail, a rat person has a tail.
I think it was technically its turn to.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. No, but that's fair. So it's gonna rebuff. It's gonna raise you a 12, and it's gonna say, "Oh, no, I would never tail anyone, not at all."
It sounds truthful.
Time for your consequence, die, Devin.
Alright. So 4, 7, 9, 10. Oh, I can't even do it with my low numbers. Wait, 5, 7, 8.
How much did you throw?
12.
12.
6, 8, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll use 5 dice.
Instead of your 9 and your 3?
Yup.
Okay.
To get 5d4 consequences. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna level. Again.
Just let us know when we can be on scene.
Just let us know
Yeah.
we're allowed to be in this.
Yeah.
You guys can come up now. That's 2 rounds or a round.
He's like,
Um,
you sound truthful, but you were definitely following the other people I was with. The goat woman and the
Not a
rat
goat.
thing.
Not a goat.
I don't even get a gender.
It doesn't make sense if it's a goat.
It's
Then what
super
are you?
racist.
She's a cow.
Ah.
Oh, right, sorry. That cow over there and the rat. You're right.
Devil, you just called your wife a cow.
You just went from like super racist to like somehow more racist by calling them what they are.
More offensive.
Or yeah, you went from racist to
And
offensive.
We'll now go on the attack and go, now that all 3 of us are here, it's going to be very hard for you to keep up that facade. Reveal your secrets! I'm going to throw a 15 at him.
Dang. Okay. He's going to. He can roll those 2 dice, and let's see what he gets first.
Wait, did you say this was the same conflict?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you guys better start drumming stuff up. I've taken my shirt off. What have you done?
I'm calling the police. Oh wait, that's me.
15, you said?
Yeah.
Use your talking magic.
2 and a 6. Can he do a 15?
3 dice.
Yeah. So he will do 15 and take a consequence. And he says, "Oh goodness, the police. Whatever could you be here for?"
I'm gonna go blah and jump on him, escalating to physical and violent.
No, then he'll roll more dice. We only have to beat a 5.
Use your intimidation, scaring thing to be non-physical
Did I
non-violence.
already use all those?
Oh, did you? What
I
do you
don't
got?
know.
Oh wait, no, not
Yeah,
for
no,
the
you
sneaking.
didn't use.
Not for
Yeah,
the
you didn't
sneaking.
use that for the sneak.
We only have to beat a 5.
Okay, so in which case, so I'm gonna use my outfit. My
Yeah, and then the
bag.
small child takes off his shirt. Well done.
Super buff.
It's a noble combat then.
The Fury movie or whatever.
Yeah, right? Look, I'll escalate to Magic the Gathering if need be.
Didn't you burn all your dice, your deck?
Yeah, I don't have the gear bonus.
Oh. Let's play with my remains of cards. I remember all of them.
3d6 plus 3d8 is what I'm going to be rolling.
Okay, and you're
I'm going to be throwing in incapable of trusting anyone, 1d8,
okay.
and ceremonial scarification to intimidate the shit out of this bitch.
That's fair. This'll.
You can't use that word, John Mulaney.
I thought you said this little bitch, and I was like, that. Yes.
Does he look like a
Okay.
bitch? Guess who? The board game.
Yeah.
Maybe plus while I get the numbers in order.
Yeah, sure. We're back.
And okay, you guys have rolled your dice. Are you?
Yeah. I'm adding in all the things that make me intimidating
Sounds good.
instead of trying to be
And-
sneaky like before.
Same.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Are either of you guys making a move on him now?
Yeah. He's going. Flinch goes first though.
All right. So he takes off his officer's badge or whatever and kind of stalks behind this guy and leans over him with his horrible rat spine so that he's like facing him upside down. Look, you little shit goblin. You're interfering with official police business. He kind of rubs that badge in his face.
Like on his face.
Smearing his cheeks.
Yes.
Yeah, see this badge?
Nice.
This is what you're fucking with. So you're gonna talk with us, real nice like.
Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes.
Fair.
What eyes?
Exactly. That's the joke.
What numbers are you throwing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a 4 and a 5.
Okay. So 9.
Yeah.
No. Well, I aid you with 4.
You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. It just means I can only use 1 die if I act.
Oh, okay. So,
So 13 then?
Yeah.
Dang.
I'll stand behind you, flexing.
Dang. Okay.
The small
Um,
battle escalates.
Okay. He 13.
mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4 dice.
Ooh. Still in
Uh,
this.
So he kind of pulls the cloak closer to around him and he goes, I'm not a goblin, good sir. I'm a halfling. Why are you picking on me? I have done nothing wrong.
If it looks like a bitch and talks like a bitch.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to curl my brass knuckles around my fingers and then put them back on. Remember, they're spiked and have
Yeah,
knives at
oh
the end
yeah,
of them.
yeah. Terrifying.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that and be like, so you were following us. Let's get back to that.
You're awesome, Colin.
Truthfully.
You guys are like the poster. Like,
I'm going to do
Post-work.
an 8.
We're really good at this.
Yeah.
Screaming at small children.
It's like mob-owned cop, roast cop, lady cop.
Demon cop.
demon
Like
cop,
I'm a demon worshiper.
and secretly undercover cop.
Secretly undercover assassin.
Yes.
yeah.
Vampire assassin.
Yeah, so you flex at him, and he just kind of looks at you, and he starts foaming at the mouth,
Oh,
and
he's killing
like
himself.
falls down on the ground.
He did the suicide pill. Quick, save him.
Can I like roll in the fact that I'm intimately acquainted with how the body works, figure out what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. You want to pause for a second?
Yeah, if only Peter was here to fucking heal this guy.
If only.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes his cyanide pill, or
Spoiler
I mean-
alert.
We know. We fucking
you,
know.
you guys knew. He starts foaming at the mouth and falling over.
Maybe he should have rabies.
Yeah. My first thought was it's like an opossum going like playing dead kind of thing.
Yeah. And we're gonna end it there. I was Ian.
Kevin.
Peter.
Devin.
And Nicole.
And this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.